Hi guys, my name is Gloria Asimota. I'm the creative director for Oriana Couture. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So on this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make two-piece. I know my returning subscriber might be wondering, why do I always make two-piece? Two-piece is one of my niche in fashion. If you're into fashion, you really have to look out for your niche, and two-piece is actually one of my niche. So on this two-piece, we are going to be working with a peplum blouse and a cycle skirt, which can be worn differently. So this is it. So for the peplum blouse, it can be worn with a pants trouser or a straight skirt. And also the cycle skirt can be worn with a sleeveless crop top or a full shoulder crop top where you can tuck in it in. So I'm sure you understand what I'm talking about. So if you're just visiting this channel for the very first time, or you're just seeing my video for the first time, please kindly subscribe and hit on the notification bell so you can get notified once I upload any sewing tutorial. So if you're interested in this video, and I'm sure you're interested, please kindly stay to the end while I walk you through this. Thank you. So guys, the first thing you're going to do is to get your pattern paper, or you can also draft this on your fabric. So I'm just using this pattern paper as a guide, and also for those who cannot draft directly on their fabric, this would also help you very well. So you fold your pattern paper or your fabric into two. You fold it into two like I did, and also you fold again into two. That is, you are folding into four. So you see the edge on that part. Make sure whatever folding you are having is having this shape on your fabric or your pattern paper. So some of you might be wondering why I'm using this, because it's just a tutorial, and I've already gone ahead to draft it on the fabric. But if I have to work with my original waist measurements, it's going to consume a lot of pattern paper, which I'm trying to save cost. So if you want to do the calculation, it is your waist measurement divided by 3.14 for an half cycle. The waist measurement divided by 3.114. But for a full cycle, it is your waist measurement divided by 6.28. But this is not the folding for a full cycle. Please take note of that. But we're not going to be working with my original waist measurement for this pattern. But for the purpose of the tutorial, I'm just going to come down with any measurement, and then I'll connect all the lines together. So whatever you get, your waist measurement divided by 3.14, you would tape it down. Whatever you get from that edge, you tape it down all round, and then connect all the lines together. You connect all the lines together, ensure that everything are well connected. If you cannot do your freehand, you can just get this curve rule, and then it's just a guide. It's not difficult. You can also do this on your fabric. So after that, you take the length of your skirt. Remember, this is just a guide. If the length of your skirt is 20 or whatever length it is, you just take it and then you mark across. Make sure your tape starts from the first line that you took to create your waistline, and then you mark the length of your skirt and connect all the lines together. Make sure all the lines are connected together. Also, do not forget that this measurement that we are doing covers for both the zipper allowance and the sewing allowance. So you really do not need much for that. So I'm just going to bring out this marker and show you the line, how it looks. So please don't forget that this includes both the zipper and the what sewing allowance. So you're just going to cut through. You cut through, and then you put that aside, and also cut the other part. Either you cut into the line or outside the line is fine. So this is the result. This is what you're going to have. This is the open part, is where your zip, where you're going to place your zip. That part is the open part. That's where you're going to place your zip. So I'm just going to put this aside and then get a fabric and show you how it is. So this is me. It's a very big fabric. I couldn't really spread everything on the table, but because I'm just trying to show you, because this is not the fabric that I'm going to be using for the sewing tutorial. Remember, I said that I had already cut out the fabric. So just fold your fabric. You can see what I just did, but this fabric is not equal because it has been cut already. So whatever you are doing, make sure the fabric are equal on that side. You fold and then you fold again, like we did on the pattern paper. It's not difficult. You fold and then you fold again. Make sure your folding are accurate, everything is the same. When you have an excess, just like I did, just cut that part off, but be careful not to cut the folded parts. Okay, so you place your pattern paper. You see that part that has two openings, remember that is your zipper part. So you're going to place your pattern paper on your fabric. For those who cannot draft directly on the fabric, place your pattern paper on the fabric. So this is just a guide. I'm just marking across so you can see how it looks on the fabric. So you can see how it looks on the fabric. So this is just a guide, and if you want to cut, you cut through all these lines. So that is how it is. And then I'm going to be bringing the original fabric that I've cut out. So you see, this is the original fabric that I've cut, and you can see it is also the same folding. It is also the same folding. That's the waistline, and this is the hem line where we are going to be hemming. So the first thing you're going to do, you're going to get your fabric. You're going to get your fabric. This is the that's the wrong side. You fold it in and end. I'm going to take it to the sewing machine and end from one end to the other. And then this is what I have after hemming. Please always remember to give it a good press. Always remember to give it a, but for purpose of this tutorial, and I really do not want it to be very long, I'm not going to be giving a good press for now. So I have this ad net, and also I have this lining. It's a very long piece of lining. So I'm still trying to consider if I'm going to be putting the ad net, because I want the skirt to be standing. But if you don't want to put the ad net, you can just add a lot of lining. I'm go is a lining that I'm joining. So you can see, make sure the lining, the length of your lining is not at the length of the skirt, is not at the length of the skirt. So that is me just trying to show you how it is. So I'm going to join this lining together, and then I would give it a gather stitch because I want it to be very full. So I've gone ahead to join it together, and then I gave it a gather stitch. I gave it a gather stitch. You can see I've done it on this edge, but I just want to show you how it looks on the other edge. So you are going to take one strand of the thread, because when you sew you have two strands. You take one strand of the thread and then you just gently drag it in. If you do not have a gather footer, this is a manual way of gathering. If you have a gather footer, congratulations, you're good to go. But if you don't have a gather footer, take one strand of the thread and then you're going to gather it inside. You take it gently. Ensure that this thread will not cut off, because if it cut off, automatically you're starting all over again. So I've gone ahead to gather it, and you can see how full it is. Already is giving this pleating, this bob vibes. You can see how full it is. So whatever gathers you are doing, ensure it is the total number of your waist. That is the total number of your waist. If your waist is 20, or whatever number of your waist it is, the circumference of your waist, please make sure it is what you're going to do. So I was just trying to adjust the camera. So take your lining, just the way, just follow me through. Take your lining, and then you would sew from one edge of your lining with your fabric to the other edge. So I'm just trying to um to arrange this. Make sure it's on the wrong side of your fabric. Make sure it's on the wrong side of your fabric. So I'm going to take one side of the lining and then sew to the end of the other side of the lining with the fabric. So I'm going to sew from one end to the other end of the fabric. So guys, I'm done sewing, and this is what I have here. I'm done sewing, and this is what I have here. You can see it's already getting full already. And then I did is very straight strap. Just cut a straight strap, and then you follow this pattern by putting the right side on the lining. just look at it, put the right side on the lining because we are trying to cover up that part where we sew. Put the right side on the lining, not on the fabric. You can see, just follow through what I'm doing. Put the right side on the lining, and you will sew to the end of the skirt, and then you will turn. So I've gone ahead to sew to the end of the skirt, and I'm just going to be trimming out the excess, those excess that is on the waistline, so that when I, I'm covering it, it won't be puffy, it won't be difficult on the sewing machine. So I've gone ahead, I've trimmed it off. You can see how neat it is. So trim yours if yours is much, and then you bend by 0.5 and you sew by 0.5. You bend by 0.5 and sew, and just sew on the line. So I've gone ahead to do that and attach my zip, and this is what we have. So you can see how neat inside is, you can see how neat it is, and it came out very beautiful. So if you're just visiting for the first time, please kindly subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and also hit on the notification bell so you can get notified once I upload any sewing tutorial. So the next you're going to be seeing is me wearing it. So this is how it looks. Tell me what you think. It looks so beautiful on me. So thank you so much guys for staying to the end of this video. I really appreciate, and please do not forget to subscribe, hit on the notification bell, and also follow us on our Instagram, Oriana Couture. That is _Oriana_Couture. Thank you so much, and bye.